Anti-Apartheid activist Reverend Frank Chikane says the genocide must end in Gaza. He also says the world must continue to support Palestinians on their quest for self-determination. Chikane spoke to SABC News on the sidelines of the global Anti-Apartheid conference on Palestine.
Absolutely. So it's a culmination point here at the Centre Convention Centre, or as the Anti-Apartheid conference on Palestine has been held in Johannesburg. A lot contained in that declaration, calling for the immediate but also unconditional and permanent ceasefire in Gaza. As you know, this is a very precarious time in light of the developments happening there. But joining us now is Reverend Chikane, who has been really working so hard to make sure that everything worked out here. Rev, once again, the declaration is out and a lot of commitment in terms of the way forward. So far, just your highlight for you.
Yeah, you know, I am happy we got the types of people who are here. I mean, in many countries, Latin America, North America, Europe, Asia, Africa, everywhere. And it's highly experienced people, lawyers who have studied the problem there. All of them are saying, we can't treat Palestinians like this. The world that's treating Palestinians like that is the same world that treated us like that. I mean, it's the US, it's England, it's France, Britain, and all those countries. And we are saying the genocide must stop. The Convention on Genocide is very clear. It must stop. Anybody who collaborates with Israel is themselves genocidal. And we're saying it must stop. The occupation must stop. Then you won't have October 7. You know, they complain about October 7. You can't blockade people for 16 years and make their life miserable and expect them to do nothing. The only way you can think about that is when you are racist. And then the occupation must come to an end. The Palestinians must have the right to self-determination. And the people who are here, now that we are done, which is your question, are armed with the declaration. They are going back to their regions. They're going to mobilize people in their regions using the declaration. We didn't want to launch the anti-apartheid movement today. We took it as consultative. And then once they've done that, they will come back to us and say, we are ready, and we'll form a global steering committee, which will then take the responsibility to take forward this campaign. But we expect every country, civil society, governments won't solve this problem. It's not governments that helped us to be free here, except those who were on our side. But those who oppressed us were not on our side. But it's the people in those countries, and that's what we are targeting for.
And just once again, Rev, we saw South Africa going back to The Hague in light of a very, very catastrophic situation in Rafah, you know, the last refuge point. Do you think South Africa is justified in making sure that Israel is held accountable?
No, there is nothing as justified as what South Africa is doing. Actually, I was amazed that they went there Friday and said, you can't do this. Nobody is doing it. The powerful are not. And the UN, which is supposed to say stop this, can't do it because the United States vetoes it. But this is precarious. I mean, for the Palestinians, I feel for them. You know, if you've been in the situation in which we were, detained, tortured, no access to the world, no family, you know what it means for the Palestinians. But for them, it's just being bombed and killed. You know, children remain without parents and limbs are gone. And the United States as a country can't see that. No. Why are the people of the United States doing what they are doing? That's why we are pleased that the students have taken out the struggle. We are pleased that the Jewish communities have said, not in our name. And we hope that it will change the United States, because the only obstacle now for peace in that place is the United States. The only obstacle to stopping the genocide is the United States. If the United States drop the pen today, that killing will come to an end.